I'm here with Rae Lynn on Nashville Insider. Hey, girl.
Hey, love.
You walked in looking like a million.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It took a lot of work to look this good.
It does. And, I've always commented, and we've talked about this, fashion is such a huge part of who you are. And I love how you express that on stage, which, by the way, you're out with Blake Shelton. How is that?
Blake is so much fun to be on tour with. And it's so funny because it's like my outfits are super sparkly and super out of control. And I always come out to perform with him on Boys Around Here. And of course, he's just in his like blue jeans and, button up. And it's just so classic. I love it so much.
But he loves the glam women because Gwen Stefani is the glammest.
Oh my gosh, she is glam all the time. She is so beautiful.
Does she come on the road with y'all?
She does sometimes. She hasn't been much out on this last tour, probably because of her kids and stuff, but she's so sweet.
So was it kind of surreal? You go on The Voice 2012, right? Season 2. You end up making it so far. You join up with Blake, and now you're on tour with him, and he's like your mentor in life. He was your mentor on The Voice. Is this been a surreal experience?
There's a lot of times when I'm like standing side stage and I'm watching him that I have to like pinch myself and be like, this is real life. Like when I see fans out there freaking out and I'm just like, I know him. Like he's a part of my family. I've known him for years. And it just goes to show that when something's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. And God's just kind of really orchestrated my steps throughout this whole process.
Faith is a big part of your life. So you believe that whatever's meant to be yours is meant to be yours?
Yes, I believe that 100%.
So you're doing your first headlining tour. Rave.
I'm so excited.
Tell us about it. Is it going to be a rave? We're going to have glow sticks and parties?
Oh my gosh, totally. That's exact. I was wanting this whole thing to be an experience, and I didn't want to just do a classic country pop concert or whatever. I wanted them to leave dancing and being sweaty and like legit having gone to a party. And I was like, I love going dancing. I love going out. And I said, I want them to be able to get that at my concert and it to be an experience they've never had and them to tell friends. And then the next time I come in town, want to come. So I'm really excited about this.
What can we expect at a rave show?
So of course we're going to have a great, lineup of music at the beginning. Radio Disney Country is going to help DJ the first part of the night, which I'm excited about, and they're going to remix a few of my new songs and or a few of my songs on my record. Then I'm going to be playing for an hour, and then I literally right after I get off stage, I go straight to the middle of the crowd, and then we have a DJ come up and we dance for 30 minutes.
Stop. So you're really going to have a rave experience?
Yes.
And you're just going to be in the middle of it all with your fans?
Of it all. Yes.
What if your fans just can't help it and just try to tackle you and hug you so hard?
I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure that out, I guess, when we get there.
Are you going to have any openers?
Nope. Just me and a DJ.
Heck yes.
I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
So your current single, Love Triangle, I have loved this song for years.
Yes.
It is such a personal song to you and so many people. Tell me about this song, the inspiration about it, and how much it means to you.
This song, it means the world to me because I wrote it when I was 18, and I thought that it was that song that was never going to see the light of day. And to see it out and to see it thriving like it is and hearing people's stories of how they feel like a kid stuck in the middle has been just such an amazing thing for me as an artist, because it's like I always thought so many times that I'd lost my way or if this is what the career I was supposed to do, and I just had all this self-doubt. And I always said I would bet my life on Love Triangle because it's just the most real song to me. You can never lose by wearing your heart on your sleeve. And when we put out this song and it's just been doing so well, it's just really given me a lot of faith and shown me that, the listeners want to hear real stuff. And I think that's special.
And God Made Girls, your first single, it's almost gone platinum.
I know, it's crazy. I can't believe that.
You're one of the highest selling female artists in the past 3 years. Can you believe your life?
I can't, and it's been one of those things. It's like in times where we get caught up in this is not happening for me, or my song's not doing this. It's like you gotta always look at everything with the wide lens and know that at the end of the day, I'm so blessed to be doing what I'm doing and to be on tour with Blake and to have a record out and to have a single out, and nobody's path looks the same. So,
is that hard? Because I feel like as an artist or entertainer, it's so easy to get caught up in maybe not comparing, but just what you're capable of. Is it easy to sometimes doubt yourself in this journey?
It totally is. It's super easy to not know what's going to happen next, but that's why you just have to have faith and know that if you're doing what you love and everything has sacrifice and everything's hard. It's just about pushing through it and knowing that it's eventually going to work. So,
okay. So 2017, the year of rave,
yes.
the year of love triangle, and you are now officially married for a full year, right? So
Yes.
are you still in newlywed phase? Your husband, tell me about what your husband's up to, because he just made a big career move.
He joined the military. So he left February 14th, the day before Valentine's Day, February 13th. And it's been different. It's weird. I talk to Josh every day, right when I wake up to right when I go to bed. He's my best friend. So to not be able to have that constant communication is crazy. Like the first time he called me since he's been gone, like I didn't talk to him for a week. And like I legit got butterflies. Like I hadn't talked to him. I was like, I wanted to throw up when I was talking to him because like I missed him that much. And like I felt like I didn't even know what to say to him, which is so weird because we've been married for a year and he's like my husband. But it just goes to show that like the love that we have is so real, and he's just such an amazing human.
What have you learned in your first year of marriage?
I've learned that it's okay not to win every battle, and that, some things are not going to go according to plan, but that's marriage. Like, and it's like I have pet peeves, but when you get married, there's things that just go out through the window. There's things just that are not worth fighting over. I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned.
It's better to be happy.
Yeah, it's better to be happy.
Okay, tell me the biggest piece of advice that Blake Shelton has given you.
The biggest piece of advice that Blake's given me is to never change who I am. He's, always championed anybody that's ever on his team but me, that being unique is okay. And I think that's one thing that I've always stood by in the last 5 years, and that's why it took me forever to get my record out, because I always knew the person that I wanted to be, and I was going to fight for it.
Which your record's coming out March 24th, Wild Horse, and you got a new tattoo to celebrate that? Let's see. Can we see it?
I think if I can pull my jacket up.
It's so beautiful.
Her name is Charlie.
Her name is what?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Look how cute she is.
Oh.
I got to put lotion on her.
Is that named after your little goddaughter?
Huh? No, but we tell her that. So it's Charlie. Well, and it's like a Charlie horse, and the guy that did my tattoo's name was Charles. So it just kind of all works.
So that's awesome. So your first album, full-length album, is coming out March 24th. Are you just freaking out?
I just can't believe it's here. Like, I've been working on this record, like I said, for 5 years. So to have it out and to be so proud of it and to know that it's perfect is so awesome.
And you wrote 10 of the 11 songs.
The 11 of the 12, yes.
11 of the 12.
Yes. That part was an accomplishment. It was going to be 12 for 12, and then I heard a song about a week before I went in, and I was like, oh, my God, I have to cut this.
What's that song?
The Apple. I love that song.
I can't wait to get your album. Okay, we're going to end with Leave Your Light. Leave some inspiration to inspire people.
Anything that I can ever say about just this, any dream that you ever have, it's just like, be yourself. And I know that a lot of people say that, but it's so true. Like, whatever makes you unique, champion that, because no matter what you want to do, that thing that makes you unique is going to make you special and make you stand out. And nobody's path ever looks the same. And I think that's one thing that I've learned. It's easy to, value your success or what you think success is on somebody else's success, but none of it's ever the same. And it's just about hard work and knowing that if you're doing what you love, you're doing the right thing.
So young and so wise and so beautiful and so talented. Rae Lynn. Are you real? You are a unicorn.
I love unicorns.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, love.
Hey, Drew Baldridge.
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic.
This is CRS is a crazy thing, ain't it?
Is this your first CRS?
Well, last year was my first CRS, but this is my first one actually knowing anybody. So this is kind of like my first CRS, because last year, you walk in and you really don't know anybody, and you're like, oh my gosh, who's all these people? And
right. It's a little intimidating.
It's very intimidating. And then now, I walk in, I see my friends, and through the last, year traveling, doing radio tour and seeing all my buddies, it's like, dude, what's up? It's like a class reunion here.
And you meet radio stations all along the way. That's what a radio tour is. You go to every radio station across the country, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or a lot of them.
I mean, we went to every state last year except Hawaii and Alaska. I mean, it was just very intense.
Isn't that eye-opening, though, to see the whole country like that?
Oh, my gosh. And it was so an eye-opening for me because I'm from a small town. But when I created my first album, I didn't see the country. And, it's so weird. Not really weird, but it's just you don't think about this, but the people in New England are totally different people in Arizona,
Absolutely.
And it's like, so when you create music, you don't think about that, but now I will, it's like when I make my next album, it's like I can make this song countrywide,
yes.
and make it hit every part, not just, well, this market really likes this song,
What do you feel like it was before your eyes were open to all the different diversity?
I think I just really wrote on my personal experiences, which is a great thing to do.
So tell me about your upbringing.
So I was raised in a town called Patoka, Illinois, which is Patoka, yeah.
I like that.
Which is, it was like an Indian chief at one time or whatever. But it's a town of, the sign says 650, but it's lying to you. It's like a little over 500, and I graduated with 22 kids. And
so you graduated with 22 kids in your class. What's it like growing up in a small town like that? Because you said your parents are married. Like, you had a very wonderful upbringing.
I did. I've been very, very blessed, and the whole community loves each other. And, I mean, of course.
So it's like one just extended family.
Yeah, it really is. And, literally the street that my mom and dad live on now, I was raised my whole life, it's my mom and dad, my cousin Chris, their mom, my cousin Sean, and it's all one road. So, I mean, I had a really great, different than a lot of people upbringing. I mean, the school was K through 12. It was, my best friends.
So you knew all these people your whole life?
My whole life, yeah. I mean, when we started kindergarten, we had 36 kids, and we ended up with 22. And they're the same, like my best friend Nick and my best friend John, my best friend Luke, they've been my best friends since I was 6 years old. And it's like, they're like my brothers, and it's like we're very, very close. Everybody in our class, we know everything about everybody.
Yeah.
Which is kind of...
Are there any scandals in the small town?
Not a ton of scandals, but oh, this person did what with this person?
What?
And what's going on? But all that stuff.
It kind of encourages you to behave.
Yeah, it encourages you to behave, but it brings you so close together. And we had a soldier just go overseas, probably 5 years ago and passed away in duty. And we got together as a community and had a community service. Everybody gets together, and that's what small town to me is about. And
I love that.
Yeah.
Have you written your small town song yet?
I've written several small town songs. Yes, tons of them. But to me, that's what small town is about. It's about community, and it's about love for each other, and that's what my little town does. And I know there's probably tons of towns out there that get together, and we still get together and pray on our school. We still have school where the churches go to the school, and we pray for the year, and we get around the flagpole and we pray for the school, and it's just. That's what I love about my community. That's what I miss about Patoka. And I was really scared when I moved to Nashville.
I was going to say, how was moving to Nashville?
It was very, very scary.
Because that's a big leap.
Huge leap. I couldn't drive. That was terrible because I didn't have red lights and traffic where I came from.
Oh, gosh. Was that so nerve-wracking?
That was so nerve-wracking.
So had you not really left your town before you moved to Nashville?
Not really much, not driving-wise or anything like that. But, I got here, and now since I've been around the country and I've saw a lot, Nashville is still a very small community.
Isn't it?
It's like, I've seen you in passing I don't know how many times, and it's just like the people that you meet in the music community is very small. It's kind of reminds me of my small town.
It does. I feel the same way.
If anything was going to happen in our music community, people would get together.
They rally.
Mm-hmm. They rally. They love each other. They want the best for each other as much as there's competition.
But it's a healthy, good. That's the thing that I noticed in Nashville. I'm so glad you said that too. There is competition, but no one's rooting for anyone else to fail.
No.
Everyone wants to succeed, but they also want everyone else to succeed.
They want everybody to succeed, and I think that's Nashville's probably one of the only places that does that, which I think is so cool because I feel like Nashville's a lot of small town people coming together, And
do you think it's because there's a faith through country music? What do you think makes it different? And how important is your faith to you?
My faith is very, very important to me, and I grew up singing in church before moving to Nashville. And I actually have a song on my record called "Tractors Don't Roll," and it's about how I grew up on Sundays, and none of the farmers, the tractors didn't roll on Sundays because everybody came to church. And I actually have a gospel hymn on my record too, and "It Is Well With My Soul." And I
love that song.
And I sang it with my dad, my uncle, and they sang harmonies on it. And it was
man.
it was the most special part of the whole album is that. But my faith is very, very important, and I think that probably does have a lot to do with the way that people champion people here is they want to win. Everybody here is very competitive. Don't get me wrong. I played sports, huge competitor. But at the same time, you still want good for other people. And I think that faith probably does have a lot to do with it. I bet.
So tell me about your last year, because you had a big year. You just got announced on a very big tour.
I did, yes.
And talk to me about that. And just talk to me what happened in this last year for you, because I feel like you had a lot of great things.
Yeah, so the very beginning of the year last year, we had a new single out called Dance With You. And it was like this happy-go-lucky dance vibe. And I love to dance. So it made so much sense coming out. But it was so different for country radio. It had a horn section on it.
Heck
and
yeah.
It was very upbeat, and I really, really loved it. I was very passionate about it. But we knew our next single, we wanted to come out with something that had some meat to it, something that showed people, hey, I'm not just this dance kid. You know, we can write a song, and we can relate to people and be on a relatable level, because as an artist, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, you want to relate to people. So we came out with our new single, Rebound, which has done amazing things for us and has over 17 million streams on Spotify.
I cannot believe you have 17 million streams on Spotify.
I mean, it
That's
blows my mind.
incredible.
Yeah, it really does. And to think that you've reached 17 million people.
17 million people have listened to your song.
Yeah,
and
that's
know
crazy.
you.
That is
they
crazy.
They know you. Even if they don't know you well yet, they know you and they love you.
Yeah, I mean, that's very humbling. It's very, very humbling. And my
and
friend,
that kind of stuff just happens. Like that's like almost like a miracle when that takes off like that,
we
right?
just put this song, we put out the record, and this song had 10 million streams before we even put it out to country radio.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It gets people hear it, they add it to playlist. This person hears it, adds it to this playlist, and before you know it's shared on so many playlists, and then people start just listening to this playlist, and it's just like there's Rebound, and it's really humbling and really crazy. And all of this happening, you know, it leads up to we get the Sirius XM tour.
So is this the first time Sirius XM's ever done a tour like this?
This is the first time, and I mean,
Sirius XM, huge radio station. They hit all sorts of.
Yes.
They're not just one place. Sirius hits so many different networks.
I mean, up to Canada.
Yeah.
Even North America. Pretty much, they hit all of North America, and they've asked me to be on their tour. Yeah.
So they put a tour together. It's you and Smithfield and
Steve Moakler.
Steve Moakler.
Yes, Steve
Oh
Moakler.
my gosh.
It's going to be a great. They're all great people too, and you know, I'm a champion of all them guys. I hope they do great, and it's just, you know, it's a lot of fun to be out with your friends on the radio.
Yes.
And so we're going to be out on the road, and these, you know, XM was the first ones to play any of my songs. They were the first one to play Dance With You. They were the first ones and champions to play in Rebound. And so to be out there with the fans that were the first ones to hear my music is really cool. And it's going to be like, these people that are coming out, they're going to know my songs. Yeah, exactly. It feels so good. So we're playing, it's about 26 cities total of what the tour hits. I'm going to miss a couple of them. We have a week. We're going to go to Australia in March.
Are you so excited?
Yes,
Is this your first time traveling
this
overseas?
Is my first time, yes. And it's all music, you know. It's like music makes you.
Is
let
that
you travel.
that festival over there?
Yeah, CMC Rocks.
Yeah.
We're going over there and playing, and it's we play 3 shows, but we're gonna go for a week.
Might as well.
Yeah,
If you're going to Australia, you need to stay a little longer.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a week and get like a house on the beach, just us and the band, and plus it's 16 hours difference. It's tomorrow there, so we're gonna have to like get used to the time. I think we leave here at Sunday at 5 p.m. and get there 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning.
Isn't it amazing where music can take you?
It is. It's so amazing, and it's. Who would ever thought that you write a song here in Nashville and that it's going to be reached all the way across the other side of the world? I mean, where it's 16 hours from where you difference on time where you're at, and it's touching people's lives over there.
Yeah.
And music is just an amazing thing, and you know, I think there's a lot of pressure on artists too to, you know, to make the right music.
Right.
And make sure that you're saying what you want to say. And because it's hard, and it's kind of scary too, you know. It's like now that you have a pedestal that 17 million people are hearing your song, it's like, well, what do I do next? And so looking forward to that is exciting. At the same time, it's like, oh, there's tons of pressure.
I know. So we're gonna wrap up. I know you have a lot of interviews to do today.
Yeah.
What is it that you want to say? Who are you as an artist? What is your message that you are wanting to connect with people?
I think I just want people to know I'm a real guy, and to know that the music that I make from them comes from a real spot, and that I'm writing for the real person out there. I'm not writing for some famous life. I'm not writing for any of that. I'm writing for the small town kid that has a dream. Yeah, I want to write for who I was when I was 10 years old, or 15 or 16, hopping in my truck and putting in my CD. I want to write to that person. I want to write and let people know that God's alive. I think that's what God let me do this. I want them to know that, hey, this is why I made my decision to move here, is because of Him. And I think that's the right way to start, and we'll see where that takes me. That's where my head wants to go, and hopefully it'll lead that way.
I love that. Okay, so I always wrap up. You've kind of been inspiring this whole time, but I like to wrap up with leave your light. So leave some inspiration, how you've been inspired or how you'd like to inspire people. And that's kind of what you're saying, but just elaborate.
Okay. The way to inspire people, I guess, is to just know that you can always do your dream. And, I run into a lot of people now. It's like, man, well, I'm from a small town, or man, I had this kind of upbringing, or I had this kind of upbringing, and I don't think I can do this, and I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can be a writer at one of the biggest magazines and wherever you want to be. Is because I'm a small town kid. I wrote for my newspaper and wherever, it's just like, you can do it. I mean, I'm from nothing, and I mean, I'm not some superstar, but I'm doing what I love, and I've made it this far, and if it falls flat on my face tomorrow, I've had a great time at doing it. And I think it's to find what you love and just go after that, and not care what anybody says. If somebody tells you no, just make that drive you harder until you find a yes. And that's, I've had 10,000 no's before you get a yes. So
I love it.
yeah, there it is.
I love it.
I guess that's my inspiration.
I love it, Drew. Thank you.
I could talk forever about it.
I could listen forever. Y'all make sure you check him out on the Sirius XM tour. Where can we find stuff about you?
Drew Baldridge Music has all the tour dates, and you get my CD on there, and then Drew Baldridge on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm very active on social media, so check it
Okay,
out.
we'll be following your socials.
Yeah.
Okay, Drew. On the Country Network too.
There it is.
Okay, bye, Drew.
Bye-bye.